Major breaking news. So I've just recently come across this, and this is live. So for the very first time, I think, since that fateful day, October 7th, 2023, Israel and Hamas reached Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal. So if this is absolutely true, this is good. I don't know what's going to come of it, but for the first time, there's no vetoes, no one side rejecting the deal. A straight up ceasefire deal that's been accepted by both sides. So let's have a look, see what's coming out of this. This is brilliant. Not so much a free Palestine just yet, but hopefully it will put an end to the genocide. For now. So summary, Israel and Hamas have reached a ceasefire deal to end 15 months of war to begin on Sunday the 19th of January. So that's the end of this week. That's 16, 4 days time. Why not just do it now? So what's going to happen between now and then? And 5 days before Trump takes office as well. US President Joe Biden confirmed the deal. Good. So no UN Security Council just vetoing it. Or Israel and Hamas doing also. Just both sides accepting a ceasefire. So let's see what the conditions are. US President Joe Biden confirmed the deal, which involves a full and complete ceasefire, the withdrawal Israeli forces from Gaza. What about the West Bank? And the release of all hostages held by Hamas. Okay, good. So I'm assuming that's going to release all the Palestinian hostages by Israel as well. Biden says the first phase will allow Palestinians to return home to their neighbourhoods and let more humanitarian assistance into the Gaza Strip. Yeah, and hopefully they can start rebuilding all their homes again. There's going to be a complete war zone, all blitzed to pieces. Going to be a lot of villages and neighbourhoods and cities and hospitals and schools. Have to rebuild it all again. Hamas attacked southern Israel on 7th of October 2023, murdering about 1,200 people. Again, whether it's Israel or Palestine, please use the correct words. And taking 251 back to Gaza as hostages. The attack triggered a massive Israeli offensive in Gaza, during which more than 46,000 Palestinians have been murdered, probably more, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. Israel says 94 hostages are still being held by Hamas, of whom 34 are presumed dead. So I'm guessing they're going to be released very soon as well. What we heard from Qatar, right before Biden started speaking, Qatari Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani, I hope I said that correctly, was delivering a news conference about the ceasefire deal from Doha. Here's what he told reporters. Permanent ceasefire. The PM said Israel and Hamas agreed to exchange prisoners and hostages. What's the difference? As well as a prolonged truce for a permanent ceasefire between them. The ceasefire is due to begin on 19th of January. Qatar also announced an agreement for the delivery of humanitarian aid to Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. And again, what about the West Bank? What about the Golan Heights and Lebanon? Either way, this is a start. I hope. 33 Israeli hostages will be released in the first phase of the deal, the PM added. Okay. Confidence in deal. Asked how much confidence he has that the deal will progress beyond phase 1. Yeah. Will fail this before? Or is this all just bullshit? It better be true. He said negotiators have faith, but it depends on the parties involved. We expect from the parties to adhere to the agreement, he added. So this is just like half an hour ago from reading this. Key takeaways from Biden's speech. Hostage release. Hostages will soon return to their families, US President Joe Biden said during a speech at the White House after Hamas and Israel agreed to a ceasefire deal to end fighting in Gaza and end the genocide. 3 phases. Biden said 15 months of suffering will stop under an agreement, which is structured in 3 phases. The first phase will last 6 weeks, is that all, and includes a full and complete ceasefire, the withdrawal of Israeli troops from Gaza, and the release of hostages held by Hamas. Okay. End to war, or genocide. Phase 2 involves negotiating a permanent end of a genocide, he added. If negotiations last longer than 6 weeks, the ceasefire will continue, Biden said. Well, didn't you just say, the article said permanent ceasefire. So permanent means permanent, forever. Not just fucking 6 fucking weeks. Rebuilding Gaza. In phase 3, a reconstruction plan for Gaza will begin. Humanitarian aid will increase and displaced Palestinians will be able to return to their neighbourhoods. In all areas of Gaza, it's got a new update, I'll come to that in a minute. The final remains of hostages would also return to their families, he said. It's not been easy. The US leader said the road to the agreement has not been easy and described it as one of the toughest negotiations he had experienced. Oh, hold on. I think I lost that. Yeah, one team, sorry. Kind of lost where I was then. Biden added that he and President-elect Donald Trump's team spoke as one team. Yeah, right. In their efforts to get the deal over the line. Trump doesn't agree with anything. So, but anyway. Is that a joke? Yeah, Trump's a joke. Yeah, don't worry about that. That's no. That's irrelevant. Let's get back to talk. People in Gaza can now rebuild without Hamas. Adding to what he brought about the deal, Biden says after 15 months of war, Hamas's senior leaders are dead. Thousands of its fighters are also dead, and now it's operationally weakened. It has agreed to its deal. Biden says he's deeply satisfied this day has come, both for the sake of the people in Israel and with loved ones still being held captive, and those in Gaza who suffered unimaginable devastation. He says too many innocent people have died. Yeah, and too right. With this deal, the Palestinians can rebuild, hopefully, without Hamas. Maybe. Biden adds. Reconstruction planning for Gaza in phase 3. Yeah, we just read about that. Hezbollah, Lebanese armed group backed by Iran, Lebanon is badly degraded. So yeah, this is just going to go on. So what's the newest one? A considerable achievement, but challenges lie ahead. It is very significant and overdue moment because the versions of this deal have been on the negotiating table since May of last year. Yeah, like I said, they keep trying to do deals, but it gets rejected by one side or the other, or gets vetoed. There have been serious delays with both sides blaming each other. Israeli politics have also played an important role in this, of course. There are significant and powerful people in the Israeli cabinet who are absolutely against any kind of deal with Hamas, yeah. with Hamas or not. It's about the Palestinians and their way of and their way of life and their right to exist and whatnot, and a free Palestine at the end of the day. What seems to have happened is that the looming presence of Donald Trump returning to the White House has concentrated minds. Yeah, maybe. That's probably part of it, yeah. But either way, it should have been done a long time ago anyway. This is a considerable achievement. There's no doubt about it. They've got this far, but the big challenge now is what happens in the first phase. 42 days, of which will receive a release of Israeli hostages and Palestinian hostages. It appears some Palestinians will be allowed to go back to northern Gaza. Appears. But this is unspecified so far, as we don't know much further detail. It is clear the Israelis will stay in Gaza. Why? If Israelis can go back to Israel. That's part of the deal. But a whole raft of new questions now has been opened about what happens on the day after. Yes, so yeah, anyway, yeah. So that's what's happening so far. So ceasefire is on its way, apparently. So this is major news for the Middle East. And really good news for the Palestinians, with any luck. So yeah, free Palestine.